Good morning, ladies and gents. It's Friday morning. It's going to be a great day, and we're very close to getting an appointment with the customer we've been texting back and forth. A couple things transpired after I filmed yesterday, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. It's actually fitting that we're getting a Trax delivery right now, so we'll actually have some more options for the gentleman should he decide to come in tomorrow to look at cars here. Now, the one I priced up, my lease quote was on this particular LT, Cypress Gray, has confidence package, has convenience package, has all-weather floor liners. MSRP a little over $26,000. Now, he mentioned that the most recent quote he got was on a 2RS. I actually just got two of those in off the truck. If he wants a 2RS, we'll have it. They're pretty much in the same price point, so the number in the quote shouldn't change all that much. But in any event, I'm going to get to that text conversation. We're going to kind of continue that conversation. Thank you, by the way, for all the comments on that conversation. It was really interesting to read through a lot of what you folks put in there. That was great. But first, it's a very important Friday. Somebody in my family is getting their first car ever. This is the car here, the Mazda CX-30, which is the one I showed you the other day, so we're not going to kind of look at this too much, but I do just want to mention that the other day I came in on my day off on Tuesday. I did a full detail, so it was already done by our department here at the dealership, but I wanted to put some ceramic spray on it, so I just washed it again. I ceramic sprayed the whole vehicle. I rain-xed all the windows. I cleaned the interior. Like, I really made sure it was as perfect as possible for her, which is great. And then I got her a bucket full of supplies and a box. So we got a box full of microfiber towels here. We got the AutoZone huge bucket, a couple of wash mitts, a couple of these really good drying towels. So we got two of those in here. And I bought her the stuff that I use, right? So I pretty much go with Meguiar's Gold Class Car Wash. I go with a ceramic detail spray by Meguiar's after I wash it. And I got her the Rain-X glass cleaner, a little easier to use, easier to apply, especially since I already Rain-X'd all the windows. So each time she washes the car, if she does this, it'll actually help out, make it a lot safer to drive because the water just flies right off the windshield. It's awesome. So we're gonna surprise her with all this when she's here later to pick up the vehicle. We're gonna have a big bow on it. We're gonna have it up front, and we're gonna make it a nice, exciting day for her. Kind of give her that, you know, white glove treatment, if you will. Okay, so for the update on the text conversation that we've been working now for a few days. I left you yesterday where my customer was saying that if we beat the other dealership's deal, he'll drop that appointment. He'll come here on Saturday, which is now tomorrow, and he'll put a deal together with us. We are currently $1,500 apart. Now, Sal and I backed into the payment he's getting on a 2RS. I don't know the exact equipment. It just doesn't make sense. So I responded to him reiterating our quote. Again, our price, our money down, it includes tax and fees, how many miles a year, we could put the deal together. Again, we're $1,500 apart. So I feel something's missing. It doesn't add up on our end. He then responded to me that some dealers may be more motivated to sell, which, listen, 100%. Maybe they are doing this deal. Maybe the car has been on the lot for a while. Maybe it's a dealer loaner car. Maybe it's one of those program cars that has 3,000 miles on it. I don't know. That could be something that would be cheaper. I don't have all the details of the quote he has. And yes, I could ask for that. However, I don't bother. I'm very confident in my numbers. I don't need to know what another dealer is doing. I just need you to know what I'm doing. Now, I hadn't responded to that because I was with customers here on the lot. About an hour and a half later, he came back with, is this your best offer? So before I left yesterday, I said, listen, if we do the 2,800 to match the quote he has, because originally I was at 2,500 down, it dropped the payment to 328. Again, reiterating, it includes taxes and fees. Reiterating, we priced it very aggressively out of the gate, knowing there's 3 Chevy dealers closer to you than we are. So my quote has not changed since the first quote we sent him. He then responded, but I have a quote that's $43 cheaper per month. If we want to do the 328, we have to cut the money down. And it's the same thing. Either you're cutting the payment or you're cutting the money down. It's still discount that we're not willing to do. We're at our numbers. That was at like 7 o'clock. Now we closed at 7:30. I was still with another customer. I was selling a pre-owned Traverse. So now it's about 5 to 8 and I'm reading through it and I'm like, I got to respond one more time. I don't know, you know, I have my doubts about the deal that he's getting. And it's just based on experience and things I've heard over the years of dealerships and customers in our area and what people tell me they deal with. So I responded like this. Do you believe that they are $1,500 better, or do you have doubts? I have my doubts because over the last 20 years of me selling cars here, I've heard countless stories of numbers changing when customers get to the dealership. I don't do that here, and I hope you appreciate our upfront quotes. I logged out of the computer, I turned the computer off, I went home for the night. This morning I got into the dealership, I logged into our software, our system where our text feeds are, and I noticed that he did respond to me last night. And how he responded just shows me that I'm right, that something's wrong, something's missing. He responded with, meet me in the middle. So he's willing to pay more. He's still negotiating, which means he does have a doubt. Either he's doubting what the dealership is giving him, or he's giving me stuff that's not 100% true, and now he's finding his way out of it because he understands that maybe our deal is the best, but he's still trying to work a little bit more. He then responded he'd rather do business with us, but he can't do it. He can't leave too much money on the table. This morning I responded. I was like, listen, your text came in last night after we left. I just saw it here this morning. We want to put a deal together with you as well. I cannot guarantee any better of a deal, but how about we set up an appointment for tomorrow? Our deal's not going to get worse. There's no hidden fees. There's no surprises. When you come here, let's pick out an exact vehicle. I'm sure we'll make you happy on it. Again, our quote has not changed since the first quote we gave him on the car. He said, I'll let you know tomorrow. The quote is much lower. I couldn't forgive myself without investigating it. Now, if you can come lower, let me know. I just responded, I completely understand. Sometimes as a salesperson, you have to let the customer go out there and investigate the deal they got. You have to let them go out there and you have to let them experience the dealership, the salesperson, the management team. Is it a great, easy, pressure-free, stress-free educational experience? Or is it the typical car sales experience that most people complain about? Hopefully, if he goes there, he's either going to get the deal and he's going to be happy, which that's great, more power to him, or he's going to have an experience that hopefully brings him back here. We'll find out tomorrow. I mentioned earlier that last night I had a customer buying a used Traverse. This is the one right here. It's a 2023 that's off lease. We have it as a certified pre-owned car. I sold this vehicle brand new. Last month, the customer came in, dropped this lease off and left in a new one. Now the customer here last night needs 2 of these. So he was looking at this one. He was also looking at this one here, which the ironic thing is, I sold this truck brand new. Same situation at the customer's lease ended. They dropped it off here and they left in a brand new one. Now this one is a 2022, it's a 3LT or what's called an LT leather. He did not buy this one because he was turned off by some of the dents and dings on the side of the vehicle here, which if you look, the main one is right there. Now, normally we have our dent and ding guy, Dave, who would actually fix this, and most likely he can probably get that out. And if he can get it out, the customer said he is interested and will probably take this vehicle as well because, again, he needs 2 of these. He did buy the other one, but I just need my guy Dave to come back. He's been out. He had a surgery. He's recovering. He should be back very soon, hopefully by next week. I just always think it's pretty cool when I sell the vehicle new, the vehicle ends up here on our used car lot, and then I sell it again as a used car. That always puts a smile on my face. I also sold this vehicle, 2026 Chevrolet Suburban RST. This has the comfort package, it has the sunroof, it has the rear second row bucket seats. This was a factory order. Customer came in, at that time we had no Suburbans, so we put an order together to get it exactly the way she wants it. MSRP of this vehicle, the way it's equipped for 2026 4-wheel drive RST, comfort, sunroof, second row bucket seats, $81,125. Again, this is exactly how the customer wanted to spec it out. We actually factory ordered this car. I sold this car on June 23rd. At that time, we did not have an allocation. We were also right in that sweet spot where they were going to like stop building 25s and start doing the 2026s. It was a little over a week later on July 1st, it was accepted for preliminary order. And then on September 1st, it was accepted for production. So a whole month later. On the 17th of September, it was scheduled for production. It was built on September 26th, and it shows it was shipped out on September 27th. Then it took a week and a half, 2 weeks to get here, and now it's here. It's been through the PDI process. We have an appointment scheduled for next week for them to take physical delivery, at which point I'll have it all detailed up and ready to go. Already filled it with gas. Everything's pretty much set. I put my sold sign in it there like I always do. I park it in the back and it hangs out there until it's ready to go. We actually recently got a bunch of Tahoes and a few Suburbans in. I rearranged the lot the other day because we had some crazy storm come through New Jersey, so I wanted to make sure we didn't have any vehicles here under these trees. So I moved the Trailblazers that were here over to that side by the Equinoxes, filled this with Tahoes, rearranged some of the Traverses and Suburbans, and just made the lot look nice while emptying that area just in case tree branches came down. They didn't come down on the cars. Luckily, nothing like that happened anyway. That storm wasn't all that bad up here anyway. That was more of a southern New Jersey type thing. Coastal flooding and wind and stuff like that. Up here it was just, 2 days of cloudy, windy, nothing out of the ordinary though, and a rainy event.